Hi there, Janet Fritz here for Galaxy Girl Creations. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to Kit Conspiracy. This is video number 3 for week 1, and this one is a double pager. So that's kind of exciting. I haven't been doing double pagers very often recently, and it's good to get back to them. It's not that I don't love them. Sometimes I just don't have enough photos of my more recent stuff, but and a lot of my more recent stuff is story-based, so it might not need as many photos, but this one is definitely in need of a lot of photos. So I have several photos of a bunch of us feeding the baby cows. We were offered to go and help a girl, one of the women at the retreat. Her daughter raises these calves for a period of time before they go to a new home, and she asked if anybody wanted to go help, and we jumped on it. MK was like super giddy about it and was like, "We're going to feed baby cows," and I was like, "Okay, let's do it." And so this is photos of several of us doing this. So I've got my friend Maureen, my friend Janie, and my friend Lynn, and Janae, who is actually one of MK's friends that we met there, and so now we are friends too. So they are in these photos, and then the group photo also has me and MK in it. And so I am just going with a double pager, and I'm trimming down my photos because I haven't really decided the placement yet. I didn't know if I wanted it to be two separate pages, two separate coordinating pages, or if I wanted them to meet in the middle, and I end up going with them meeting in the middle. So it is really a true double page layout. You could not, well, they could be a standalone, I suppose, but there is actually one piece that goes across, actually more than one piece that goes across both layouts. So it is truly a double page layout. Most of the photos have white borders around them, but there were a couple that I trimmed down vertically, and so I had to add a white border back to the photo. And so that was what I was doing just there. And now I'm just trying to figure out the placement of everything. I didn't know if I wanted all 3 of those portrait style photos lined up. I end up not doing that. I end up switching them just because it's a little more pleasing to the eye. It looked, with them, the 3 of them lined up and then having one on the end that wasn't, it just didn't look cohesive enough. And by switching that, my eye doesn't go straight to that horizontal line. My eye kind of just floats across all of the photos. Hopefully that makes a little bit of sense. And then I had this piece that says, I can't remember what the top of it said, and it was just on the screen. Oh, it says "Life is better on the farm." And I just cut off the "Life is better." I just ended up using the "on the farm" piece, and I am going to mat that in some black paper. In the meantime, I'm taking this piece of paper that looks like a bandana on the back, but the front side has the animals and the barns, and I'm going to go ahead and use that to go across both pages, a band across the center. So I cut it in half, so it is currently 6 inches wide, and then I cut 2 quarter-inch strips off of each piece because I want that black to be a border where the polka dot paper and the 6-inch strip meet up. So in case you're wondering what I was doing with that yellow paper, sometimes I kind of don't think about where my photos are, and when I take them off and I like go to put them back on, I can't get them back in the exact spot that I want them. So what I did was I just kind of set them onto the yellow paper, or slid them onto the yellow paper in the same format so that I don't forget. And then I don't have to think about it. I know a lot of people like to take pictures of the way they have their photos and everything, and then they can refer back to the photo. And that works great, except that I film with my camera or my phone. And so in order to do that, I would have to like stop recording, go and look, or I'd have to make sure the photos got transferred from my phone to my iPad, or take the photos with my iPad when my iPad is mounted in a holder so that I can watch like TV, or I can do Zoom or Facebook Live or whatever on my iPad, so taking it in and out is kind of a pain as well. So for me, it's just easier this way. I know that was a really long explanation for that, but that is why I do it that way. So here I'm gonna just marry up the 2 pages so that everything goes across and matches up horizontally. And I'm really liking the way that it's looking. I like that there is a little bit of that blue in that center piece, and then I like the black. Just makes everything kind of pop. And we've got some black cows in the photo and some black and white cows, and I just think it looks cool. It works really well. I guess there actually aren't any black and white cows in this particular photo, but in some of the other photos I have, there are going to be some black and white cows. But I really like how this ends up looking. And then I'm trying to utilize some of that blank space in the photo on the far right upper area there with the 2 cows. And my little piece that says on the farm is going to kind of overlay that, and overlap that, and same with the barn. And then that cow is going to go right across the front of the barn as well. So I'm just trying to make sure that my margins are very similar, so they all kind of match up. I did consider moving everything over to the left-hand side, the barn and the title and everything, but I didn't really like it as much. So I'm going to keep it on the right-hand side. And while I mat this piece that says on the farm, I just want to remind you that MK is doing the same series here. That's just the 2 of us, and we're using the same kits. And this week, and only this week, we have the same photos to pull from, since we were on this trip together. So it's a really unusual and rare occurrence that you're going to get that from the 2 of us, since we don't really live near each other. But I think it's kind of cool that you get to see the way our minds work differently using all the same papers and all of the same photos, because I can assure you everything's going to look differently from her page to my page. So I did find this cut apart. On the cut apart sheet, there is a journaling spot that I want to use, and I'm going to use the pieces that have those blue flowers. I think it was intended that they would go vertically, but I'm going to use them horizontally, and then I am going to pull out the other blue flowers from the die cut packs and the foam sticker sheet, so I can use those as well. And I'm going to have 3 embellishment areas across all 2 pages, all 2 pages, all 2. I'm going to have 3 embellishment areas across the 2 pages. And I think that's plenty. You don't really need more than that on a double page layout. Now, if you want more, I know, it's your layout. Do what makes you happy and what looks right on your page. But for this one, it seemed to work well. So my 3rd embellishment area is going to be kind of at the join of the papers at the bottom. So I really like how that black just made the on the farm pop. And I popped that up onto some foam tape. I do not pop the barn onto foam tape at all. But apparently I popped it up on top of that cow, so I had to peel it back and find the cow again. And he had a little bit of glue on him, but it doesn't show at all, so he's going to get glued down again. But he will be popped up onto some foam. I do like that foam sticker that says Good Life, and so I went ahead and used that on the left-hand side there. I like the way that looks, and it gives it a little bit of added dimension. It also bridges the gap because the little flowers did not come down far enough over that bottom photo. And I didn't want to bring the entire piece down farther because the top of that journaling spot would then be lined up with the black strip of the paper that goes across both pages. And I didn't want it to blend in. I wanted it to have its own little spot. So that is why I decided to raise it up a little bit and then bridge the gap with that Good Life sticker. And then I found this other piece on the journaling page, and it says bloom and grow across it, and I'm not too concerned about what it says really, but the little black sticker says choose happy, so I'm going to use that. I'm going to make sure that the floral bit is on the right hand page because I don't want to have to cut the foam. It just doesn't, when you cut it, it doesn't look, I don't know. I didn't want to cut it because it would end up looking kind of jagged, I thought. And so I decided to keep that on the right hand page, but have that other striped diagonal striped piece go across both pages. So I'm liking how that's looking. I'm also using some of the faux brads. So they look like brads, but they've got foam on the back. You don't have to poke any holes or anything. And I like how those look. And then I'm also going to add some foam heart stickers to kind of finish off the entire layout. I apologize for the beeping. Somebody's texting me. I'm just ignoring it. So here are the close-ups, you guys. Thanks so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video. And if you did, I would love a thumbs up. And if you're not already subscribed, I would love for you to subscribe as well. MK's link to her channel is down below in my description box. And so are links to any products that I might have used that are still available. So you can check that out there also. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you guys again tomorrow with another video. Bye-bye.